Welcome to Sage Audio. Today we're talking about how to make clean masters. But first, if you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com to receive a free mastered sample of it. Turn off all noise generators. In an attempt to sound more authentic, some processors offer the option to introduce noise. However, this noise can add up very quickly and become overbearing when the amplitude of the signal is increased. Turn this function off whenever you come across it and if you want a clean master. Let's listen to how this added noise is affected by low-level compression and limiting to hear why it should be omitted from your processing.
Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you caught me feeling sorry for yourself. Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you caught me feeling sorry for yourself.
Very subtly gate. If your mix has some background noise during quieter parts of the track, try using a very subtle gate and utilizing the range function to keep the attenuation from sounding abrupt. If you put this at the beginning of your chain, it helps attenuate your noise floor before it's amplified. This is a little unorthodox, so let me know your thoughts on using this method on the master in the comments section. Let's take a listen.
Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you caught me feeling sorry for yourself. Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you caught me feeling sorry for yourself.
Cut the side lows. One of my favorite ways to clean up a master is to attenuate the side image's low frequencies by using a high-pass filter up to 130 Hz at the most. This makes this range mono, in turn reducing the clashing amongst the mid and side instrumentation. Some low end in the side can be beneficial though, so use this effect on a track-by-track basis. Let's take a listen.
Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you caught me feeling sorry for yourself. Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then
Cut below 20 Hz. Cutting frequencies below 20 Hz doesn't clean up your master in an immediate way, but instead gives you more headroom to work with. This means you can achieve a louder signal without as aggressive of limiting, so this trick indirectly causes a clean master by avoiding aggressive attenuation. The effect is typically subtle, but it doesn't hurt to try out when you're mastering. Let's take a listen.
here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you caught me feeling sorry for yourself. Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. Caught me feeling sorry for yourself.
Use low latency linear phase processing. Linear phase processing is somewhat of a give and take. On one hand, it creates a more accurate phase response, resulting in more accurate equalization. On the other, it causes your DAW to compensate for its latency, which can affect your signal's transience and subsequent impact. I found a good middle ground to be a low latency setting, which preserves the phase without introducing noticeable pre-ringing. Let's take a listen.
Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you caught me feeling sorry for yourself. Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you caught me feeling sorry for yourself.
Stick to tape emulated saturation. Clarity is often associated with a clean sound. That's why you need to be careful with which saturation type that you use on your master. Tube, although pleasant sounding, often has a strong second-order harmonic, which may be too warm for a clean sound. Tape, on the other hand, doesn't. It typically introduces third and fifth-order harmonics, with some mild variations from plugin to plugin. Let's compare the two.
Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you caught me feeling sorry for yourself. Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you caught me feeling sorry for yourself.
Use 30 inches per second tape emulation. If you want to introduce cleaner sounding harmonics while simultaneously rolling off some low end and adding a little high end, 30 inches per second tape emulation is a good option. Due to the speed, low frequencies won't be as easily represented, resulting in their subtle attenuation. This, in combination with the other effects of the high-speed tape emulation, often results in a cleaner sounding master. Let's take a listen.
Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you call me feeling sorry for yourself. Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you call me feeling sorry for yourself.
Avoid unnecessary dithering. Excessive dithering introduces more noise than needed. For example, if I'm exporting my master as 24 bits, dithering noise will be louder than the quantization noise and maybe even the recording's noise. Additionally, the background noise from the recording or microphone's electronics can introduce enough noise to perform dithering, so no need to add more noise to the signal. Let's listen to a 24-bit track and see what it sounds like with and without dithering. We most likely won't be able to hear a difference.
Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you call me feeling sorry for yourself. Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you call me feeling sorry for yourself.
Utilize oversampling and 96 kHz. Aliasing distortion is something to be concerned about when you're mastering, especially when you're using aggressive limiting or saturating high frequencies. To avoid this and the distinctly digital sound that this distortion creates, use oversampling, or even better, set your session sampling rate as 96 kHz and combine that with oversampling. Let's listen to a 44.1 kHz master with no oversampling and compare that to a 96 kHz master with additional oversampling used when available.
Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you call me feeling sorry for yourself. Here we go again. You tell me we're just friends. But then you call me feeling sorry for yourself.
If you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com to receive a free mastered sample of it. Also, subscribe to stay up to date on all of our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching.